Hi, welcome to my online learning design project. Here in Google Sites, I have a lot of information for you to further explore. I'm not going to take a long time talking about each page, but here's the background and unit rationale. I'm going to be addressing a third grade ELAR classroom of students with diverse backgrounds, learning preferences, and abilities. And I've chosen to design a flipped unit for the writing workshop model, taking students through the writing process. And the reason I chose this was because I wanted students to be able to kind of build an understanding of what each step of the process looked like, and then come to class with a bit of an understanding and then reconstruct that understanding through some authentic experiences so that true workshopping can take place when they're in the synchronous part of the learning. So here, the pedagogy that it addresses is, I think there are two prominent theories. First is the constructivist theory, where students are constructing their own knowledge through those asynchronous activities at home, and then coming to class and reconstructing through the authentic experiences. And then also the social development theory. And this is where students are working together as a community. So there's a lot of peer collaboration. And by doing the flip model, it allows for teachers to have more time for the collaborative and the shared experiences, and less of that input time. So here I've just shown how each model aligns with each theory. You can read more about that. And then the zone of proximal development, which is part of that social development theory, Vygotsky. This is really important, and what this will do is free up time for teachers to spend more time in the writing conferences, which is really where a lot of that learning takes place in writing workshops. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the lessons. Here's the TEKS, third grade TEKS and student objectives. Here's the technology, and then there is a page on references that you can come back and look at. The technology I used was Google Classroom. That's a platform, and then I just utilized some of these tools throughout. So I'm going to go ahead and you would just paste and then, copy and head over to the link and paste it. But because I'm already logged in, I'm just going to go ahead and head over to this tab here. Third grade flipped over writing. On the stream, I put an overview of how the students will navigate. This is a third grade classroom, so they're going to need some instruction on that. And it just kind of explains step by step the process that they'll go through. Here on the classwork page, I did provide a screen reader tool. This is for students that may be struggling readers or having trouble following the directions and need to have it read to them more than once. And so this is just how to download it and then how to actually use it in Google Classroom. So this will read the instructions to the student. So each lesson, I've taken them through the writing process, brainstorming, choosing a topic, the difference between a small moment and a watermelon story, starting strong, writing an introduction, revising, editing, and then finally publishing, and then reflecting on themselves as a writer. So on the lesson itself, what I did was I posted as material the TEKS that I'd be addressing, and then under the assignment, the you do, this would be the synchronous part of the learning. Typically, students are going to be doing, basically, they're going to be following the same framework throughout this entire unit. At home, they'll watch some sort of video or get some sort of instruction, and then there will be a follow-up activity. Most of the videos also have questions so that I can check for understanding in one way, kind of a black and white way, and then here's a more creative way for them to show that they understand or even begin to apply, so that they can construct that learning. So here I chose a Google Jamboard for them to brainstorm their ideas. And then I do, as material, I do show you, the person watching this video, this would not be for my students, but I'm showing you what the shared experience would be, because that's the important part that is kind of the rationale behind doing this, where you can see the social experiences that the students will have, that really makes this flipped model meaningful and appropriate for the writing workshop model. So choosing a topic, again, now I've given them it's a different video on this specific objective, how to plan a narrative, but then I've given them a different way to apply it. So rather than a Jamboard, I use a Flipgrid here, and I give them an assignment to tell us what they're thinking about. So I'm trying to appeal to different learning styles here by using different activities. Here, watermelon versus seed, I've done a Google slide where they sort. So there's, a little bit of interaction there. And here, in their introduction, I've tried to appeal to the more creative side. They're choosing a GIF to show how they feel about different introductions that start our shared experience for the classroom. And you can go through and see how I've done this for each of these. I hope that I've addressed everything and you understand the rationale behind it. I think this would be really beneficial to third grade reading teachers as well, because they're always looking for more time in class to do the authentic work. And I think by doing a flip model, it would allow them to do that. Thanks for visiting.